What is up guys, Arolf here back again with another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame Iron Man Mark XLVI, I don't know, too many XLVs Mark 85. This is Build-A-Figure Thor, so let's get into it. Taking a look around the packaging, on the top you get the Avengers A logo, on the side nice picture of Iron Man in the Mark 85 suit, same thing on the back, pause if you want to look and read at those, and on the bottom you got the UPC, so scan it if you want it, and without further ado, let's get into it. Now doing some size comparisons, here's Iron Man Mark 85 next to other Iron Man armors from the past 3 Avengers movies like the first Avengers, the second Avengers, and Infinity War, as well as other Iron Man armors like the Mark 1, Mark 42, Civil War, the Homecoming one, I just forgot those armors, as well as other Iron Man characters like Iron Patriot, Rescue, and Tony Stark himself, and Iron Spider, don't forget, as well as Thanos and a couple of Hulk figures right there, plus Avengers and even more Avengers. And he does scale well with his other figure counterparts. Now just comparing the Mark 85 armor next to the Mark 50 armor, you can see it is a night and day difference between these armors. Some people confuse it, the Mark 85 with the Mark 50, because it has that same arc reactor, but taking a look at it in toy form, you can see it's very much different. The colors here, obviously kind of a throwback to the OG Iron Man with that color scheme with the gold arms and the gold thighs right there. Looks very nice. You can see there are the same amount of sculpting details as the Mark 85 has compared to the Mark 50. You can see right there. I really like the thighs on the Mark 85, just a better looking sculpt. And you can see the peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And just looking at the profiles here, you can see I really like the helmet with the 85 compared to the Mark 50. It's just more streamlined. Iron Man also comes with the left arm of Thor here, including the extra hand with the time-space GPS, I guess. Now for Iron Man's accessories, he comes with the Hulk gauntlet. Not for him, because if you try putting it on, you can see it won't work. Just looking at it, boom, it just falls apart, not even working. But showing it on the Hulk here, you just pop off the hand, slide on the little forearm piece, and then tab it in like so, or peg it in like so. And this is what it looks like on the Hulk, which looks really nice. And you can see the articulation here. The forearm piece does rotate, as well as the wrist here all the way around. It can bend down that far, up that much, and same thing. And you can see looking closely looking at this gauntlet, very nice details throughout. On mine, unfortunately, the stones are painted cleanly. They are kind of a flat look for the stones. I wish they had that rock look to it. I guess they skimped out on the detail. You could very faintly see it on the gauntlet, but yeah, it looks really nice, painted cleanly. Would have been nice if there was a little more battle damage, but that is okay. And just showing you what it looks like on Thanos. Kind of had a Frankenstein here and this little piece, so I had to take the Build-A-Figure, or the 10th anniversary Thanos, the 3-pack, take that arm and then attach this little gauntlet thing, which doesn't fit at all. So that's what it looks like on Thanos, and yeah. Also, you could see with the original arm here for Build-A-Figure Thanos, the armored one, you could see it cannot work whatsoever. You could try to make it work just by tucking it in, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't look right. Oh yeah, finally, we forgot Iron Man's real accessories. You get one pair of hands, so one pair of repulsor, one pair of fisted hands, as well as his clear repulsor blast thingies. So there you go. And this is what the repulsor blast looks like on Iron Man right there. And you also got the fist. That's what it looks like on the figure as well. And attaching all the little effect pieces, that is what that looks like. Now, if you want to get a little creative here, you can take the 80th anniversary Iron Man 2-pack with Iron Spider and use the weapons, these kind of a crab claw weapons on this Mark 50 as we've seen it in the movie, and you can see it works pretty well, just the red is a tad bit off. Now, does this fit properly with the Tony Stark head sculpt? No, it doesn't. I don't know why Hasbro went with this type of joint. Not even a ball hinge, a smaller ball joint itself. They had to do with this peg and it doesn't work. It's very annoying. So taking a closer look at Iron Man here, starting off with that beautiful head sculpt. You could see the lines, the panel lining here on the eyes and on the face plate or the slip is painted cleanly. You can see some nice silver accents there throughout the head and throughout the armor, obviously. Now, what I like about this Iron Man figure is that they went with this deep red glossy plastic. There is no marbling whatsoever throughout this figure. It's just they added layers and layers of red, so you can't see any marbling, just this kind of sparkly, kind of glittery look in the red portions of the figure. Now you can see the arms here, they are painted gold. The base layer of this plastic is gray, and then they just painted gold over that. And you can see, taking a look at the rest of the figure here, the hands are nicely sculpted as well. They are hinged, which is nice. I'll get into that later on. And you can see rotating the torso here, gold painted throughout. Not a lot of blue paints here and there. I wish they added more blue paints, like in the eyes or the arc reactors. Even the mini ones that we see in the movie, they're not painted on this figure, which is a disappointment. So you can't distinguish where the other arc reactors are. You probably can by comparing it to the movie here. You can see nice gold painted legs right there. Now bending the knees, you can see that gold is continued throughout, kind of rubbing right here on the upper part of the knee, but that is okay. And you can see deep red plastics on the shins here, but the feet here looks like they added the same treatment. It just looks a little bit duller, and he has peg holes at the bottom of his feet. For Iron Man's articulation, the head is on a hinge peg joint, so it does rotate all the way around. It can look up that far, which is okay. It's kind of hindered by that kind of bulbous little neck peg or whatever you call it, the base of the neck, and downward that much. No tilty shifty head movement. You can get wobbles, but it won't stay there. Arms do rotate all the way around. They bend outward that far at 90 degrees and inward that much, which is okay. Also has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows right there, which is a good range. Now the hands here do rotate all the way around. They bend up that far and down not that much because they kind of capped it off at this little point there in the sculpt. Same thing with the fists here, all the way around, up that far, down that much. You got a ball joint at the torso here, so you can bend forward that far, back that much, which is great. Some good range right there. Also has some side-to-side movement, 360-degree rotation, and rotation all the way around like so. Now the legs are disappointing. They can kick forward that far. He can't sit down whatsoever. He just rocks like a little old grandma, and back not that much, which is disappointing. Also has a upper thigh swivel, which is pretty tight on mine. Double jointed knees right there. Good range right there. And his feet here, they're kind of rubbery. They don't feel stiff whatsoever. They just feel just gummy. They bend down that far, up that much, and he also has the ankle pivot, and his legs move outward that far, which is good. This is surprisingly good. And doing the ankle pivot test, wow, pretty easy. He is good to go. Okay, and finishing that off. There you go. Okay. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on notifications because there are more videos coming. 2 more videos for this daily upload schedule thing. So that will be Valkyrie tomorrow, and the day after that, Vision, and the day after that will be Build a Figure Thor. So be on the lookout for that. Stay tuned. Overall, I like this figure. It's not a great figure, it's just a good figure. The paint job, what they did with that deep glossy red and added the kind of this anodized matte gold look to it, it just looks very nice. It all comes together nicely. They kind of derped out on some of the paint applications, like the eyes and the arc reactor. If they added like a colored arc reactor blue, or added the shape of the arc reactor on the inside instead of just leaving it white, that would have been nice. Hopefully we get a 80th anniversary or 10th anniversary version of this figure with the updated paint jobs, paint apps, and probably a new sculpt. The sculpt is nice right now, but with the hindrance of the articulation, like the hands, as I mentioned before, and the legs, which are a big disappointment. I don't know if this is a figure worth having in your collection at this point in time. Hopefully in the future they release a better version of this figure, but we'll wait and see. Possibly a battle damage Mark 85. But if you can find him, go pick him up right now. He is a good figure at the for the time being. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Arolf Morris. This is signing out. Peace.